I mean, Jones and Smith, they going at it now. And Eli Jones has a late life on his fastball with sink, has a, say, an upper 86, 87 mile an hour slider. And he was good, man. He'd spot that heater in, throw it away. And, just first time through, we didn't touch him. And it seemed like, and then finally we punched one in there with a big 2-out hit. And, Diggs came through for us there again in the 7th. It was, I think the pitcher had been throwing a lot of change-ups to the lefties and tried to sneak a fastball in on him. He got his barrel through it. And that was just a huge hit for us. And, but what a great job by both starting pitchers. And then, Gage Wood came in and he was outstanding today. He just pretty much peppered the zone and mostly fastballs, threw a couple of sliders and obviously a few curveballs, and gave us an opportunity not to, have to go into our bullpen for another pitcher. And that was big for us. It was a really good win.
Coach, it seems like Hagen Smith was a lot more efficient than he was this week than last week. What'd you think of the way he threw?
Yeah, he had a really good demeanor about himself out on the mound and was composed and, pitched fastball. I don't know. The board said 93. I don't know if it was 93, 92, 94, somewhere in there, but that's enough if you've got enough pitches going. And he did, he had a couple of 4-pitch walks and, you're kind of going, what happened? And then he kind of get it together. And if he just makes another jump, he could give us another inning. But super job, worked out of a jam or two and gave us an opportunity to win.
In the 7th inning there, getting those 2 guys at the bottom of the order on board, ended up scoring on the Diggs single for them to manufacture those insurance runs.
Yeah, that was obviously that was a big part of the game. If those guys can get on, work a walk, base hit, whatever. And, Tavian, I think, ended up working a walk there that loaded him. And, Kendall got the big hit again. And, all of a sudden we're up 3, have a chance to go up 4. And, he gets our 3 and 4 hole hitter out. And, you're thinking, oh man, I hope that doesn't come back to hurt us. But Wood went out there and kind of finished it up for us. That was big.
I think that made Kendall 7 for 15 with the bases loaded. Obviously there's something about his demeanor and composure at the plate to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to lay off those borderline pitches early, and he seems to do that, and he's gotten himself in the ahead in the count a little bit, and then you can guess, take a shot at something. If you don't get it, you don't get it, but if you get it, you're going to hit it hard. And that's what I think he looked fastball there and he got it. He looked fastball the other day at Starkville and he got it, and did a super job.
It's a rare thing to hold these guys to 1 run this year, and the amount of hits, not many extra base hits by them. What'd you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, it was they have a really good hitting team. They have a lot of power, big and strong, and for us to hold them to 1 run was that's why we won the game. Obviously, we didn't hit a whole lot. We put together an inning or punched in one here and there and the other ones, but the pitching did it for us today.
10 outs out of Gage Wood. I think that's his longest outing of the year. Just, do you feel like he picked up some steam down the stretch, and just what did you see out of his outing overall?
Well, to me, it seemed like he was getting better as he went on a little bit. Came in, he was okay, threw the ball well. Maybe the fastball was a tick harder, but as far as his command was better in the 8th and 9th. It seemed like to me, and he dropped another breaking ball in there in the 9th, but he basically just went at him with fastballs. That's what we want him to do. Just pitch to both sides of the plate and make him swing. And he did it.
Diggs, I think he's now got 55 RBI on the year. And he's playing better in right field week by week. Just how important has he been to help you guys bridge this gap with some of these guys out as everyone's coming back?
Oh, he's been amazing. I mean, we wouldn't be nearly where we are without his bat. And for him to play defense out there and gets us another DH in the lineup. And he's been nails. And for him to get this experience in the outfield, I mean, when we get Wagner back probably next week, he might go back to DH, but he might not, and the other thing is it's going to get him ramped up for next year when he'll be probably an everyday outfielder for us.
Did you feel like Josenberger being back gave your team a lift today? And how close to 100% is he?
He's 100%. Yeah, I wouldn't have played him. If he told me 90, I wasn't going to play him. If trainers told me 90, I wasn't going to play him because it's not worth it. And, I gave him the steal. He didn't go for a pitch or two, and I looked at him, I gave him the green light, basically. You can go if you feel good about it. And I kind of shook my head like, run. And I think once he ran, again, he's 100%. And, I feel like that he brought a spark. He walked at least 2 times. He got a hit. Didn't score a run, but he was eating up some pitches, and he got on base.
Thought about Peyton Holt, both on the field and at the plate.
Well, Holt's done a really good job defensively since he's gotten in the lineup, and he drew a walk there, and 1 inning he got the leadoff double. He got a fastball in and got inside it and flipped it down the line and ended up scoring. And I mean, he was in the middle of it today for us. He's done a great job.
I had base runners in 8 of the 9 innings. I wonder just what you thought about your defense as a whole, whether it be pitchers or double plays or Parker's throw out, keeping them really from advancing when they got the runners on.
Yeah, I thought Roland's, throw out on the steal was big. We knew he was going to run. Maybe he was running the previous pitch, and he didn't get the jump. Something happened, and then they ran the exact same play. They had the hitter hitting left-handed and fake bunting, and they did it again. Parker came out there, made a great throw, tagged him on I think the thigh or something. We just, I don't think base runners bother Hagan that much. They probably, in some cases, he bears down a little more, so to speak. And, he did that today because, the runners they got on him early, they were walks. They didn't get a hit on him until when, like 3rd or 4th inning, 5th inning, I don't remember. But, he put him on and then he kept him from scoring, and that was big. So, and Gage, he's been kind of a finisher for us this year, so to speak. And, I don't think it bothers him a whole lot. He pitches pretty well with runners on base.
The play on which Bolton knocked the ball out of the catcher's mitt. Have you ever seen that before?
Yeah, I guess, we thought he might have come around with a backswing and hit it. We couldn't tell. It happened so fast, but I don't know why the umpire just didn't call it real fast, because the explanation to me was the batter came around and knocked the ball. It was a foul tip. The batter's back came around on the backswing and knocked it out of his glove. I said, "Are you 100% sure on that?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Okay, thank you." And I walked away. So I don't really understand why he just didn't call it. He told me what he saw. And I mean, that was 5-minute delay right there. And I don't know. Yeah, that's to answer your question. I don't remember if I've ever seen it, but I don't.
How close was Wagner to playing tonight? And is there any chance that he comes back later in the weekend, or you want to just push him a week back?
He's still having pain, he's there, but he's not swinging the bat right now. He's available to probably run and catch the ball and score, run out, but I'm not probably going to put him in there to hit this weekend unless it was just, it's just what we had to do. But, we're winning without him, and we'd love to have him in there. He's such a threat, and he's got power, and it would make our lineup a little longer probably. Although, when he gets in there, I mean, who's coming out? McLaughlin, he's done a great job as well. So, but yeah, he's real close, but he's probably not going to play this weekend.
Is the plan, sticking with the plan with Tiger tomorrow and possibly McIntyre after him?
Well, I think you might have seen we had McIntyre getting loose there. I mean, like I told you, we just want to win the game in front of us. And we felt like Mac was experienced, and the right-handed pitcher, it might have been what we needed to come back with, some of those righties. And, there's a good possibility it'll go that way. But, there was a possibility we were going to throw him tonight because we got him down there, and he wasn't all the way hot, but he was getting there. Oh yeah, Tiger will start now that we didn't use him tonight. Okay.
Just how good was it to be back out there? And what have these last couple of weeks been like for you as you've been working your way back?
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. Honestly, I'm just blessed to be here, blessed to be healthy, blessed to be able to play. Fans give me a nice ovation. But yeah, it was great to be back. Last couple of weeks, they've been a grind. I've been working with the trainer, working with the strength coach a lot, just get back healthy as fast as possible. So
Gage, I think this is your longest outing of your career so far. Just it seemed like you got better down the stretch of the game. Just how'd you feel out there, and how exciting was it to get the job done?
Yeah, it was the longest, and I felt really good out there, And in the past, I'd had trouble like finishing it out, and I wanted to make sure I went out there in the ninth, and I just competed and made pitches and didn't have to give everybody a scare.
Tavian, I've heard several hours with the trainers every day. I mean, kind of tell us what those were like.
Yeah. I mean, I'd come in, be in the training room for about 2 hours. And then I'd be out with the strength coach, moving around for another hour and a half. So it was a grind every day, but I mean, kudos to them. I wouldn't be back. I wouldn't be playing this weekend if it weren't for them. So.
I wonder what you thought about Kendall Diggs, not just tonight, but what he's been doing over the last couple of weeks.
Huge. I mean, he's a huge part of why we're winning baseball games and why we're rolling right now. He's seeing the ball really well, having great ABs, driving a lot of runs in. Yeah, he's a great player.
When you get a strikeout for the third out of an inning, it seems like you show a lot of emotion when you're walking back to the dugout. Just what's the mindset like once you punch a guy out like that?
It's yeah, I don't know. I get fired up when it happens, and I think that I progress over how I'm feeling. So when that gets me fired up, it's going to be really tough to like stop me after I get my emotions going.
And Kendall, the two guys at the bottom of the order getting on, and then Tavian drawing the walk to load the bases there in the seventh. How important was that to get those insurance runs there?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was awesome to see. Tavian had a great at bat. Everyone was seeing the ball really well, and went up there and just try to get the job done. It worked out.
For Gage and Kendall, I wonder, was it a little bit of a lift to morale seeing Tavian back tonight?
Oh yeah, 100%. He's a game changer. Like his emotion he brings to the game and everything. Like even before games, he's always locked in, and he's a dude.
Yeah, I 100% agree. He's an energy guy. He's our dude. We've been waiting for this day. I don't know if you could tell, everyone had a little pep in their step. That's just what he brings. And it was really good to see him back out there.
Gage, what can you say about the defense tonight? Because South Carolina had base runners in 8 of 9 innings and only ended up with 1 run.
The defense, I mean, not even just tonight, like we've been playing outstanding defense, these guys work their butts off every day, and, our pitching staff wouldn't be near what it is without those guys. But yeah, without them, we wouldn't look this good.
Kendall, you're 2 runs single. Were you hunting for a pitch? What'd you get there?
Oh yeah, it was a fastball. He was throwing a lot of changeups to the lefties, but with the bases loaded, he just missed a little bit with that first fastball. It looked like he had lost some feel for the changeups. That's what I was on. That's what I got.
You've delivered with the bases loaded. Any particular mindset that helps you deliver like that?
Yeah. I think something that like takes pressure off for me is just trying to get the job done, or going up there saying I'm gonna get the job done. It's not about me. We need runs to win. Just trying to help the team succeed. It takes a little pressure off it.
I know there's a lot of season left, but just when you think big picture about what you've been able to accomplish this year and kind of the mark you've left on this team, this fan base, just how nice is it to reflect and know like how well this has gone for you in your year at Arkansas?
Yeah, I think it's really nice. For me, the biggest thing is winning baseball games. I came here to win baseball games, and we've been doing that as of late. So really, it's not really about what I do on the field. Is if I don't help the team win. So that's all I'm trying to do every single day.
Gage, Coach Van Horn said that he thinks Hagan is comfortable with base runners. How do you feel when you have base runners on?
I feel like I've gotten a lot more comfortable this year as I get base runners on, just because like I was put in so many situations in the early season to prepare me for these moments, so like I'm pretty comfortable now.
And then for any of you who want to answer this, for so long this year, it was guys out with an injury. Last couple of weeks, you've gotten Tiger back. You got Tavian back. You'll get Jared back next week. I mean, do you feel different now that you're getting your guys back?
I would say I don't really think we feel different. I feel like it definitely brings a little confidence later down the road. But I mean, we're rolling right now with what we have. We've been grinding all season with guys out. I don't think it's gonna change anything when we get guys in. We're gonna keep trying to win baseball games. Hopefully make a run.
Yeah, 100%. I think, when these guys go down with injuries, we hate seeing it, but the team, put them on our back, we don't like seeing it. We're playing for them. So, but it's always really good to see them get back out there and do what they love.
Yeah, what they said.
All right, guys, appreciate that.
Thank you.